What does it say about a person that they are one of the richest men in the world, but still don't spend a dime without careful consideration first? It means that they are a pretty darn frugal person. Warren Buffett is probably just as known for his wealth, which he gained from a lifetime of real estate and smart investing, as he is for his ability to cut down on spending in both business and in day-to-day life. Warren Buffett is one of the best examples of a person getting rich basically on their money sense alone, which is why we want to take a closer look at some of his best frugal living habits. Make sure to stick around until the end too, as we saved one of his best tips for last. Start your day off with a cheap and easy breakfast. Warren Buffett basically eats like a child, especially in the morning. The grand total of his breakfast is between $2 and $3, and it consists of a breakfast sandwich from McDonald's. Warren Buffett has eaten this breakfast for years, and it's doubtful he ever stops, unless the fast food chain hikes up their prices, that is. You don't have to go to the extent that Warren Buffett does, but try and find a breakfast that you like that won't break the bank. Is it some store-bought oatmeal? Maybe a few scrambled eggs? Whatever you feel like you can count on every morning that won't slow you down. Being frugal is an art, and it starts with you picking the right breakfast that strikes the right balance for you. Buy your cars used. Warren Buffett never buys his cars new, and there might be some solid evidence to support him on that decision. Warren made his money in his own rocky market, that being housing. But cars is a whole nother ballgame. As soon as you buy a new car, the value of that car drops almost immediately the second that you drive it off the lot. You could buy a car that is just as durable, just as flashy, only it was driven by another person. Hunting for used cars may seem like a waste of time, as you can count on the fact that a new car doesn't have any history, but it'll be worth it in the end. Warren Buffett claims that he saves thousands every time he chooses to buy a car, and he's not wrong. For car dealerships, the real money is with the newer vehicles, and so if you are okay searching for used cars instead, you will have a better chance of getting a lucky break or deal. These are almost never found with new cars, and it's a huge reason why buying used is the smarter choice. Try to find an affordable hobby. We all need those things that make us feel refreshed, those things that we can look forward to when we are struggling with work or whatever life is throwing at us. These usually take the form of hobbies, which human beings tend to spend a large portion of their lives doing. These hobbies can often become expensive in a hurry though, and when it comes to our passions, we can have a hard time saying no to ourselves. To prevent this, some people try and prevent themselves from getting serious hobbies at all, but this is also a dangerous approach. This can burn you out. And just like when you try to give up sweets cold turkey, it can often result in you actually pushing deeper into your hobbies instead. That's why Warren Buffett recommends that people find themselves an affordable hobby, one that can wrap you up for hours but won't make you feel guilty about doing so. Watching sports, exercising, and things of this nature are good examples of affordable hobbies. But honestly, there are so many of them out there. The key is just to keep yourself from spending money on something that isn't at all productive to the rest of your life. Our next Warren Buffett living habit is a must for anyone with aspirations of becoming wealthy someday. But before we get to that though, please leave a like if you're enjoying the video so far, and also subscribe for more videos like this one. Treating your friends well has nothing to do with wealth. Do you know who has a great relationship with Warren Buffett? Bill Gates. That's right, the billionaire considers Warren Buffett to be a great friend, and a person that he has always been able to count on. He also talks about how Warren Buffett only offers him a small gift on his birthday, usually attached with a very touching letter or something. This is a great example of how you should treat your friends, who maybe don't even want to be showered in presents and gifts. Once you become wealthy, you will notice that there are people who are interested in you because you are rich, but those people will never be as good of friends as the ones that are genuinely there for you and your personality. You shouldn't have to give money or gifts to anyone to get them to like you, and you can feel comfortable knowing that your time and energy is enough. Don't feel the need to jump onto trends. Warren Buffett used a Nokia flip phone well into the smartphone era. He also, for a long period of time, refused to get a private jet because he didn't feel like he could justify the purchase. The point here is that Warren Buffett was never a man that cared much about being on the cutting edge of things. And why should he? Unless your career is directly affected by the kind of clothes you wear, the phone you have, or the car you drive, these are all luxury items. You trying to be on the cutting edge of everything is an example of lifestyle inflation. It's not a great thing to suffer from. Prioritize the purchases that you feel are necessary, but never feel like you have to upgrade just for the sake of it. This is just a form of marketing, and getting tricked by clever advertising is an easy way to lose out on money. Keep clipping coupons. Warren Buffett grew up during an era where clipping coupons was a common practice, and one that could save you a fair amount of money. If that's not something you grew up with, that's fine, as that's not really the point on this one. The important thing here is that you are staying close to your roots, and that you aren't taking shortcuts. As you get older, there are going to be changes constantly hitting you, especially as your wealth grows. Instead of changing how you live, try to do the opposite. Hold on to your beliefs, and don't give up on your frugal habits as they mean less. If you come up with some recipes while you were living paycheck to paycheck, why not keep them in the rotation as long as they tasted good and were relatively good to you? Warren Buffett is a creature of habit to a crazy degree, and part of his confidence comes from the fact that he never let his wealth change him. Try and stay connected toward the versions of yourself that didn't have money, so that you can really appreciate the things that you now have instead of forgetting how hard things used to be. Those same things that you left behind may be the things you miss when you are on top. Use creativity to save you money. Warren Buffett claims that he still is discovering new ways to save money. All those years later, Warren naturally enjoys saving money, and it shows when you look at his lifestyle. He still lives in a very frugal way, and it actually became a creative outlet for him. If you are struggling to save money, and you think that it's too serious or that the progress is too slow, then you should try and challenge yourself with it more. Get creative. Come up with ways that you can save money that aren't on any list or website. Experiment with the things you are already doing too. Saving money isn't always fun, and it can take a lot of time before you really figure out what works for you. Until you have a good idea of that, you're not going to feel like it's working for your life, because it's not really a part of it yet. Feel free to take some time and write down notes on how to better save money, or to write down lessons for yourself. The goal here is to get into the headspace of someone like Warren Buffett. He doesn't eat McDonald's every morning because he loves their food. He does it because he loves saving money on breakfast. If you can find your own way to save money on breakfast, you might share a similar feeling too. And those are some of our favorite living habits from the frugal king himself, Warren Buffett. Do you think that Warren Buffett is happier when he finds a way to save money, or when he finds a way to make more money? Let us know what your answer is, as well as why you feel like that, in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like the video too if you enjoyed, as well as subscribe for more videos.